Hello everyone and welcome to... Oh wait, it's Monday, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chronicle, where I have my headphones on. Hold on. One more time. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chronicle, where I go over my daily life, weekly goals, and the overarching plot of my life. Today I woke up way later than I was supposed to, alright? So this weird thing about melatonin is I don't know how it works. I know it puts you to sleep. I know sometimes it makes you sleep really good. But I went to bed on time, right? So I should have been asleep by like 11:30, but I woke up at 9:46. Now that's about 10 hours later. And that confuses me because I got between 9 and 10 hours of sleep the night before. And usually what melatonin does is it makes my sleep better, so I'll sleep for less time, right? Because the sleep is better. But that didn't happen this time. I woke up after 10 hours. Now, unfortunately, that does mean that I missed 2 hours of work, which kind of like upset me. Like I was mad. I was like, dang, I wanted to not miss 2 hours of work. I still stayed until 5 as usual, um, but I missed 2 hours, which was annoying. But anyway, after that, it's fine, I guess. Came home. I did try those overnight oats that I made. They had, I think it was like two, maybe a cup and a half cups of oat milk, and then protein powder and oats. And now I have quick cook oats, and I looked at online. And actually, overnight oats is super simple. Like the base of it is literally just oats and milk, and you can use milk alternatives as well. I used almond milk just because I was worried that with the regular cow's milk, that would combine with a protein powder and make it too thick. So I was like, okay, let's try almonds milk, yeah. Um, I came home from work today and I ate that and it had about the consistency of yogurt, which is not bad. It might sound a little gross, but yeah, I just kind of mixed it around. It was like yogurt, and it had oats in it. So it wasn't super flavorful. I thought it would have a stronger flavor because that I had protein powder in it. So I was thinking I might get some big artificial vanilla or sort of whey flavor. But it was not super flavorful. So what I did was I crushed up 4 Oreos and I mixed those in, and that was really good. Um, but yeah, overall I rate that like a 6 out of 10. I might try a different kind of milk. I might try regular milk. I'll probably try regular milk, yeah. And then I'm thinking about putting the Oreos in beforehand, but I'm like, wouldn't the Oreos get all soggy from soaking in the milk overnight? So I don't know, because like I like the Oreos because it's a nice little crunch, and more more texture, and it's more flavor as well. But I might try mixing in the Oreos. I don't know. I shouldn't try too many things at the same time. That was my problem with smoothies was I would change the recipe too drastically every time, and I couldn't figure out what was good and what wasn't. So I'll probably take this slower. I'll probably just try regular cow's milk, protein powder, and oats, um, and see how that goes. Anyway, after that, I was still hungry, so I made dinner. And then by the time I was done making dinner, I wasn't hungry anymore. So I had like one bite of dinner, and then I put it down. And then I came back for dinner, and I had like maybe half to a quarter of it, and then I was full. Still hard to tell when I'm full and when I'm not. But that was what happened there. I also practiced electric guitar. I did. I haven't done. I've done most of my dailies so far. Going for that 7 out of 7 this week, as I do with every week, but you know how it goes. And then I had a cigarette and a chat out on the back deck with Ink. We talked about her trip to Chicago this weekend. That was pretty cool. And then I recorded an episode of Ravens Watch, which is why I had my headphones on. Um, that was a lot of fun. I was hesitant to record another episode because I didn't have a whole lot of fun in the first episode, but I played as a new character, and that's already going to be on the channel by the time you guys are watching this. But I'm also hoping to get back into the daily gaming uploads, which supports my New Year's resolution, and also it's just I get to play more games. It is fun. I'll be honest, it's a bit less fun, and it's maybe a bit more stressful with the camera on me, but I'm getting used to it. I think the best thing is just be myself, even if I am just kind of sitting there blankly. It might look like I'm not having fun, but I am because I'm playing video games and I like doing that. That's fun for me. Um, so yeah, that'll be on the channel, and I look forward to more episodes of that. Because like, there's some games. It's same with RoboQuest right now. I played it and I was like, it wasn't the funnest thing. But the second episode of Ravens Watch was much more fun than the first. So maybe RoboQuest will be like that too. But it should be Absalom tomorrow, and then RoboQuest, and then I think Revita is on Thursday, and then I think Dredge would be on Friday. And then Gris is on the weekend, assuming that I do that. Um, yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything for today, and I'm probably a little over on how long this recording was. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow, Tuesday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. I haven't done. Actually, I guess I have done some stuff today. So after work today, I did wake up on time this time. My alarm, I set it. So I got to work just fine. I left work an hour earlier than usual so that I could go on a hike with Bones. We went to Black Cliff Park, went on a hike on a trail there. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to just, walk the trail, chat, hang out, catch up. Lots of fun there. And then after that, I came home and I was super tired. I had some snacks because I was kind of hungry. And then I tried eating like leftovers for dinner. And then I had a few bites and I was like, yeah, I'm not really hungry anymore. So I played a mission of Helldivers. And then I actually lost that one, which kind of sucked. But it's because my teammates kept dying. And you share lives essentially in that game. So if you have 10 lives and your teammate dies 5 times, then that means that you only get 5 revives yourself. So that kind of sucked. And then after that, I think I did one more thing. I think that was when I tried to eat dinner or something. I also recorded another episode of Absalom. Very, very fun. That's going to be up right now by the time you're watching this. I beat a boss. A lot of fun. And also, I've got like 2 hours left in my day right now. I'm just recording this now because I was just recording. I recorded an episode of Absalom. So I was like, I might as well do the report while I've got all my ring light on and my camera and my recording software. Yeah, I think with the rest of my time, I've got to practice electric guitar. I already did all my dailies except for practice the instrument, which I'm gonna do. I might do that right now after this. Yeah, I have not tried my overnight oats yet today. I'll probably, I might, I don't know, because I'm not really hungry right now, and I'm gonna go to sleep in 2 hours, so I don't know if I'm gonna be hungry again this evening. Anyway, I think that's all that's happened today so far. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a whole lot, but I went on the hike, Mission to Helldivers, recorded Absalom, did my dailies, except for guitar, which I think I'll do now. Yeah, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Wednesday. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Wednesday, I think. Yeah, I'm a little behind schedule, so I'm gonna try and keep this quick. Today I left work early for a regular dentist appointment. Everything looks good. They just told me I need to floss a little more, but like, when did they not say that? You know what I'm saying? And then on the way home, I stopped by my mom's house for dinner and presents. Shout out, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Love you, Mom. That was good. I got some snacks and I got some socks and a couple of little gifts for Valentine's Day for my mom, so that was nice. Then I came home, took a shower, practiced electric guitar, did my dailies. Wait, I've done most of them. Dang. I don't know if I want to stay up and finish them. It won't take that long, but like, I kind of feel like I need sleep. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly, because I didn't feel terrible when I woke up, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't. Part of me is like, what's the point in even trying to sleep if I'm just gonna feel bad in the morning anyway? So it's like, you might as well stay up to do the dailies, right? Because I think I'm on track for 7 out of 7, assuming I do them all today. I haven't smelled the things, I haven't bitten an apple, and I haven't done my handwriting yet. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess if I'm probably gonna sleep like crap anyway, then I might as well stay up a little longer to do those. And then that was about all. I got one good mission of Helldivers in. It was almost bad because my game crashed like shortly after joining. But they have this nice feature where if you crash, when you relaunch the game, it'll give you an option to rejoin the lobby. Now, I'm just remembering as I said that it didn't let me rejoin the lobby, and I just started another mission, which went well. A lot of fun there. Yeah, and then I practiced electric guitar. I feel like I did one thing that I'm just forgetting about, but I'm like looking around, I'm like, I don't think I did. It was work, dentist, mom's house, home, shower, Helldivers, electric guitar, and I think that's everything. Yeah. See you all tomorrow, Thursday. Is this the right microphone? Hold on, let me double check. I do this way too often, man. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. Ay, ay, ay. Today wasn't necessarily bad. It was just kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I woke up awful. I slept terribly. So I don't. I kept waking up in the middle of the night. I think I was in this weird state between dreaming and being awake, and I was very uncomfortable and disoriented. And I think I was having a dream, but not really. It seemed more like a nightmare, but like I didn't see it. It just kept like looping over and over again, really fast, and I only got like the concepts. I don't really know what happened, but I was in between this weird state of being awake and having that dream, and yeah, it was really bad. So I didn't sleep very good. So I was kind of tired and I wanted to go home all day today. Also, I just noticed there's a little thingy in the recording software that tells me how long I've been recording for. That's pretty cool. I should have noticed that sooner. Also, something I forgot to mention is I'm doing the right part, the beloved right part, as I like to call it. Um, Now I know a while ago I was like, I think my hair is at the point where I have to go permanent middle part. But I was like, why don't I just test the theory? And I mean, it looks okay. I don't know what's going on up here. Whoops, wrong way. Uh, Hello. Okay. Yeah, but like, do you see how like look at the front here? How it like it's so like kind of like big that like it's going forward, kind of like off my head in like a swoop. That was the wrong way. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Almost like emo like. And then the sides are also like really they have a lot of volume, which is not what the sides are supposed. The sides are not supposed to have volume. The top can have volume, but the sides are not supposed to have volume. I feel like I made it worse. Hold on. I can't. I gotta remember which way it is. Okay. One's fine probably. Um, yeah, so I was like, I might as well just try the right part to see what it looks like. It's not terrible, but I stand by my personal preference of I just don't think that side parts look good with long hair. And I think my hair is, I think it's just too long for the side parts. I think the middle is fine. Yeah, so that's why I've got the right part on because I'd worn the middle part forever, but I was like, I never actually tried to see, if the side parts look good. And I'm not even gonna try the left part because I know that's gonna look bad, or worse than this for sure. Um, anyway, today woke up terrible. Work was fine. It just felt kind of slow, and I wanted to go home because I was tired. But of course, I didn't go home after that because it's third day, so I went straight to music lessons, which were fine. Again, I still kind of just wanted to go home the whole time because I was so tired. And then once I got home, I logged on, I turned on my computer, and I was like, I checked like an email, and I was like, I'm gonna see what's up, and then I'm gonna go do something. Um, so I turned on my computer, and I was like, cool, nothing here. And then I was like, I'm gonna set a timer for 20 minutes. I'm gonna go like take a nap or something. And then computer science texted me, and it was like, hey, do you want to play Satisfactory? And I was like, oh, like I wanted to play Satisfactory, but because it's been a while since we played. But also, I was really tired, so I said, "Yeah, give me 10 minutes." And then I was gonna eat in that 10 minutes, and then Bones texted me. Apparently, she got her wisdom teeth out, so that's pretty cool. She sent me pictures because she got to keep them. And also, they didn't put her under anesthesia. Yeah, they didn't put her under anesthesia. They just gave her some numbing stuff so she could actually feel her bones being pulled out of her mouth. I was like, that is insane. I don't know why they didn't put you under. I think I asked her, but I can't remember what she said on the specific reason of why they didn't put her under. Maybe it's more expensive or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So in that 10 minutes, I was texting with her when I was supposed to be eating. So then I just got like three or four little snack-sized bags of chips that I got from my mom yesterday, or maybe it was 2 days ago. I can't remember. And I was just eating those while playing Satisfactory with computer science. And then that was kind of like the most recent thing I did. I wanted to get my dailies in practice, but I was so tired that I simply could not. And now I can see I'm right at the 4 minute mark, so that's cool. And I think that's everything that happened today. Yeah, it kind of sucks that I missed my dailies, but that's how it goes. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now and hopefully sleep good. Tomorrow we've got the company lunch. We're gonna have margaritas, not the drink. Well, actually, maybe the drink. We're going to a place called Margaritas, and we also might actually get margaritas. I think we're allowed one drink at this company lunch, which is cool, in honor of our shift leads, or not our shift lead, our leads our leads promotion to supervisor. Um, yeah, and then I've got a thing after that. But I'll keep it as a fun little surprise. It's really not that fun, but it's the surprise that's fun. Even though it's not like you're not gonna be like, whoa, that's crazy. It's just like a fun little surprise for tomorrow. Um, anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow, Friday. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunday. There is no Friday, and there is no Saturday either. I hadn't thought this far ahead once I clicked record. Yeah, so those 2 days are gone. Today, I woke up late, played Helldivers, awesome. Made a smoothie, drank the smoothie, went to the gym, mostly fine, came back, super duper tired, had to lay down for a little bit. Then I got groceries, came back, went to dad's, did laundry, and now I'm back here, and that was the whole day. Um, yeah, so this week's been a bit odd, a bit of a bust, I could say, as you would say, as you could say, as I could say. Um, so yeah, I didn't really do quite as much as I wanted to. Definitely could have done more. I want to talk about yesterday. I think last week I talked about how I didn't have plans with friends, and then I kind of just did like nothing and felt bad. Yeah, so I definitely need to plan out my free days when I have them, like today. Um, because then I end up in this weird state of like I don't know what to do, I don't know what I should do, I don't know what I want to do. So I was like, okay, I woke up. I started with what I wanted to do. I played Helldivers, all right? So I feel good after that, and then I go make a smoothie with what is it? With almond milk. That was good. And then I just drank that while watching Adventure Time, and then after that I went straight to the gym and kind of started my day from there. But it's yeah, it's like I need to definitely sort of give in, quote unquote, to relaxing more. Because what happens is I just don't relax enough, and I try and force myself to be hyper productive all the time. And then that feels bad. Then I end up feeling bad. And this is a pattern I've seen before, right? And I'm sure I don't know if you guys can tell as well, but I've definitely seen that pattern before. So next weekend, if I am free, I need to really plan it out. What am I doing, Saturday? What am I doing Sunday? That way, I don't just, clock in, and by clock in, I mean turn on the camera and say, guys, I did nothing and I felt terrible about it. Because that's like the worst case scenario. But yeah, so that's all I did today. I kind of want to keep this short now. If I like cut this short, like to a usual daily, then this one's gonna be like like this episode's gonna be super short compared to like past episodes, which is fine, I guess. It just seems weird to have a really short episode for no reason. There is kind of a reason. If you knew what happened on Friday and Saturday, then you would know why. But those days are gone, lost to time forever. See, it's funny. I don't know if I want to actually just let them be lost to time forever, if I want to talk about them. I still haven't really decided that yet. The thing is, I feel like people will probably ask me, and by people I mean my mom and dad specifically, will ask me what happened, regardless of whether I talk about it or not. We could flip a coin, I guess, and say heads I tell you, tails I don't. Okay, so that's tails I don't, but I might say talk about it anyway just because it was fun and like, it's like it's important, quote unquote ish. So on Friday, let me trying to remember. So I woke up fine. I went to work. Friday, I left work early with the rest of the crew, so that we could get margaritas, which is the name of a restaurant that we went to. Of course, they also serve margaritas. And I think this was the only time that we've gone to margaritas and had margaritas, because we were celebrating our production lead's promotion to production supervisor. So people got to have drinks, so that was allowed. That was a lot of fun. Of course, I didn't have any because I had to drive home, and I have the most weakest little pathetic baby little tolerance for drugs and alcohol, which is very relevant to Friday, the events of Friday and Saturday. So we went to margaritas, came back, had a little bit of downtime before I went to a dinner with my youth group. Um, as you guys know, I've been going to Bible study lately. I went yesterday as well. Um, and that youth group had a dinner with the group. It was good. They had Jack Stacks catered to one of the sort of leader of the groups to his house. Um, and funny little thing. Remember how my stomach problem, quote unquote, may or may not exist? Well, so I had already eaten at like 4 o'clock, which is like 2 hours ago. So I wasn't super hungry. And then I got there, and I think the lack of appetite is a stress response. And I don't really know those people. Of course, like I'm going there to get to know them better. But like I don't really know them. They're kind of like strangers to me. And then so I just put a little bit of like cheesy corn on my plate, and then the guy whose house we were at, one of the leaders of the youth group, he's a very friendly guy. He's like, "Oh, what? That's all you got? That's all you're gonna have?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is all I'm eating." He's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know," which doesn't make it better. Like the best way, if you if you want to help me with my stomach problem, literally just don't talk about it. Like that's how I've gotten over it, is just by not talking about it and acting like it doesn't exist. It seems to go away. I've got most of it down to a science. I can figure out what I can and can't do, what I should and shouldn't do. You know, I don't know if I need to see a psychiatrist about it. That would probably help. Um, I don't know. That's what my dad said. He was like, "You should. Have you seen a shrink? Are you in therapy?" I'm like, "I think I've got it. I think. I'm not sure, but I think I've got it under control." Um, I haven't had any of those days where it's like my stomach just kills me or I get a stomach ache. I am so terrified of stomach aches because the one time I had a stomach ache and I was like, "Oh, I think it's because I'm so hungry. I should go eat food." So I go to the cafe at school, force feed myself. It gets worse. I end up going to the ER that day. So now I'm like, okay, if I get a stomach ache, I'm just going to wait it out. I think that's happened like once. I think I talked about it the day that it happened. I think it happened once in this apartment, and that was the most recent time. But that was like way back. Like I can't even remember how long ago. That I got a stomach ache, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go lay down until it goes away, and that seems to work. Now, of course, I do kind of like lose, quote unquote, the day because then I can't do what I want to or whatever. But it's a necessary price I have to pay or something like that. Um, anyway, yeah. So I think I've got it under control. But that's what happened on Friday, and then actually was after I got home from that Friday. Ink was like, "I have a bad idea," and I'm like, "What's that?" And she was like, "Do you want to take an edible and play Minecraft?" And I was like, "Sure." So as you guys know, I usually take 1/8 of a 5 milligram edible. That is plenty for me. And I think the math on that, I believe it's 0.625 grams of THC in 1/8 of that. Let me divide 5 by 8 real quick. 5 divided by 8. Yeah, 0.65 grams is what I usually take. So then I was talking to her. I was like, oh my gosh, my phone's at 6%. Holy moly. 1 second. Okay. So I was like, should I take a quarter? Should I take half? Should I take an eighth? And she's like, what do you mean? Take all of it. And I was like, okay. Because she was also taking about that much. So that went okay. I wouldn't say it went bad. It was fine. It was a lot of fun. I did have to kind of like fight to stay conscious a little bit at like the very peak of it, but that ended fairly shortly. Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. We ended up not playing Minecraft because like once it started hitting, she was like, I don't feel like playing anymore." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." So we played card games. We watched YouTube. Had some snacks, and I think that was everything we did before going to bed. That's all I can remember. Yeah. So obviously that was a lot for me, and I was kind of feeling it all like Saturday, and also kind of all of today as well. Which I don't think is like technically possible, but at the same time, I definitely don't feel normal or like I should. Um, but that's fine. It'll go away eventually. I know that for sure. I just don't know how long it'll take. Um, Hopefully not too long because it was only 5 milligrams, but we'll see. So that was Friday, and then Saturday, I woke up. I did make it to Bible study, the longest Bible study of my life, I might say, because of the time dilation from the edible, which kind of sucks. It's great whenever you want to be high and you're having a good time. Otherwise, your time just moves a bit slower, and it's kind of more annoying. Um, yeah, was it? So I went to Bible study. Oh my gosh, what did I even do after that? I remember leaving Bible study Saturday. I think, okay, yeah, so I think I came back and I spent most of the day at home. I think I practiced both my instruments, played a little bit of Helldivers, not as much as I should have, which sounds like a weird thing to say, but I think had I played more Helldivers, I would have had enough dopamine in my head that I would have been like, okay, now that I'm happy, let's do things, because that's usually kind of how my brain operates. Um, so yeah, I know I practiced my instruments. I didn't even do my dailies. I did all of my dailies except one, which was the handwriting. Which, speaking of dailies, oh yeah, I guess I should talk about the goals because it's the end of the week. Um, wow, I've been only going for 9 minutes. I was like, surely it's at 20 at this point, right? Time dilation. Sorry, I'll get to those. The goals. Also, the laundry, it's clean. Don't worry. I'll probably do that before bed. Anyway, so Saturday night, this is kind of where things went like. So was it? Ink's boyfriend comes over and they have a cigarette out on the back porch. And they have an American Spirit with like mint or menthol in it or whatever. And the thing about American Spirit is that I was from what Ink told me, it's literally just tobacco and water, which would make me think that it's a lot stronger than a regular cigarette. Although I'm not entirely sure. I did smoke one, and I was like, I think I'm good. From my experience, usually just one cigarette is good for me. That's usually after if I have a second one, afterward I just feel like, I don't think I should have had that second one. I don't know why. It's just one feels good, and then I'm good, and then I'm done. That's good. That's enough for me. So I had my one, and then Ink's boyfriend was like, "Oh, I also got American Spirit Black." And usually, I'm not like a cigarette connoisseur by any means, but I think whenever the word black is used in a cigarette, it means that it is extra strong, like it's got more like nicotine in it. Um, so then her boyfriend brings out that. I think they both have one of those, and then Ink is like, "Here, do you just want to try it?" Because of course I didn't take one because I already had one at that point. So I was like, "Sure, I guess I'll try it." And also the whole kind of like being leftover high was like making the cigarette like way stronger than usual. So I don't know if it was that or if it was that it was a American Spirit or whatever. But so I have a couple hits of that, and I go back in, and then I start to feeling like a little bit like bad, like I'm a little bit nauseous, and like my body feels heavy, and I'm like, oh, I think that this is what being Nick sick is, which is sick from nicotine. So I go into the bathroom and I lay down on the floor for I think like at most 4 minutes, similar to when I was like super lightheaded from the gym. And then at that point, I don't know, I don't know what was wrong. Like I literally genuinely could not figure out what exactly was wrong. Probably Nick sick, not sure. That's the most likely option. But my brain was just like, go to sleep, 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 go to sleep. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You see my little light there? That's been on since like last night. I was like, whatever. My brain's just saying, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. So I went to sleep. Didn't do my dailies. It's fine. Um, and now I'm here. I've got like 14 minutes before I need to go to bed. I do. Oh, I guess I have to put all these clips together. That kind of sucks. But that's fine. And I think that was that was what happened Saturday. And then you guys already know what happened today because I just told you. I think that wraps up the week. Oh no, I gotta pick up the goals. Whoops. Oh, don't fall over. Okay, so um, usually on the weekend is when I do the goals because I have a lot more free time on the weekend. Unfortunately, that was kind of a disaster. I'm thinking about calling this like drug drug week or overdose week, but I was like, I don't know if I can put that in a title. I think if I put overdose week in a title, then I might get flagged with saying like, "Are you sure you want to post this?" or something like a suicide hotline, you know. Um, okay, so goals. The guns progress is still in goal. The guns goal is still in progress. I'm gonna double check their website. I think right after I stop this recording. Matter of fact, I could check it right now. You know what? That might be fun to watch because you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Kind of. I guess you can see my you can see the reflection of my glasses. Can you guys tell what I'm looking at right now? Okay, so I'm going to the shooting range. I'm not signing up for their email. Classes. Let's see. Basic pistol class. So the next one is March 11th is the soonest one. And then there's one after that, March 26th. Okay. In 4 weeks. Okay, so they're available. I'll just probably text my mom about that. Guns progress oats. Okay, so I think that one's technically completed. I might just leave it up there. Cause I'm tired. Don't feel like taking it down. The oats, yeah. So I tried. It was better. The homemade oats overnight that goal is originating from. I did just like half a cup of oats. It was the quick cook, and then I did a whole cup of regular milk and a scoop of protein powder. Then I just like shook that up. It came out fine. Same consistency. Very well similar. A little bit better. As yogurt, kind of like the last one. But that's. I think it was because I had the quick cook oats. So was it coincidentally? Oh my gosh, when did I go to my mom's? When did I go to my mom's? Was it Wednesday? I think that I went to my mom's. She gave me some like spare groceries, and one of them was oats. So I've got these like organic thick rolled oats from I think like Sprouts or like Natural Grocers or Whole Foods or something like that. So those should be good for my overnight oats. I am gonna try those probably tomorrow. Yeah, so the consistency was good with a cup of half cup oats, 1 cup milk, 1 scoop protein powder, and then I had put some Oreos in there and left them in there like for overnight, and it seemed to be a nice texture as well. So I might go for half cup oats, 1 cup milk, 1 scoop protein powder, and just a couple Oreos, and then see how that turns out. That probably could be really good. And that could potentially replace the overnight oats, which are by the brand Oats Overnight, that I have been eating because I am running out of those. I think I've got like a week or two left. Um, yeah, so we'll keep working on that. I think it counts as completed though. Dailies, I think we got 4 out of 7 because Friday, Saturday, yeah, I didn't do them at all. Like, or maybe 3 out of 7. Did I do them all? I think I missed like Tuesday or something. Yeah, 3 or 4. Um, I'm not super like whenever the number is not 7, that's when I start to care a lot less. Whenever it's not 7 out of 7. Um, the winter goal is still in progress. File a claim. I have just been, I haven't been putting it off. I've just been forgetting about it. Was it something happened with it this week? So like I'll probably do it like first thing next week. I'm thinking. I don't know. I really should, and I want to, but I'll set a reminder. I think, yeah, because I really do need to get that done. The thing is, my car still runs perfectly fine. It just looks kind of ugly, which I don't mind. What I do mind is my stupid hair. Ugh. I was supposed to shower today, but I was busy, never got around to it. Okay, no, it's stuck in this in the side part. Awesome. Um, yeah. Anyway, whistle still in progress. Handstand still in progress. I did one for like 3 seconds at the gym. That's progress. Guitar catch up still in progress. I swear, it feels like I'm this close. I can play everything I need to. I just need to commit it to memory, and then it'll be done. That one and the handstand, and I think the whistle have been up there for like ever. I think the longest one is still the resin one, which I don't even know if my coworker is still working on. You never know. February goal cook. Okay, so I did actually make a crunch wrap. I attempted to. That happened on Saturday. Except I put the ground beef in the back of the fridge and it ended up freezing. I was like, well, that's not good. I googled if you could cook it from freezing or from frozen. You can. It just takes longer. I think I turned the heat up too high because it started burning more than it was cooking, and also wasn't coming apart like it should. So it was bad. It didn't taste good. I ate most of it and then threw the rest of it away. I'll try again later. I've got 8 days left in this month. I'm really hoping to get more dishes, just like prepared. But it's like, oh my gosh, I get so much anxiety around cooking because if you fail to cook a meal, now you're sad and hungry, and there's bad food on your plate, right? Like that's what happened, like what I did, because I was like, my beef froze. I could have just waited, but like I was hungry and I wanted it now. So I was like, okay, well you can cook it from frozen, and then that didn't go well. So then I just ended up eating most of it, and I was like, okay, this is not good. But yeah, it's like I don't know how to cook. Yeah, I can follow a recipe, but it's like that doesn't mean it's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's plenty of like oh this looks great, and then you attempt to do it yourself, and then it's bad because the person that made it is actually a professional. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's why cooking, trying to cook, kind of sucks. Is because when you're bad at it, you end up making bad food, and then you're sad and hungry, and everything is awful, and you've wasted your time, and now you're even hungrier, and you're even sadder, and you have no food. Um, yeah. So those are all. That's where those are at. I think I had one goal that I was thinking about adding, but I can't think of it right now. Yeah. I think that does cover the whole week. I think. I did move Septiceye Sam into my room because I didn't. He's right here because I didn't like where he was out in the living room. I don't like having stuffed animals in the living room. It kind of makes the to me it makes me feel like it makes our living room look like a child's bedroom, which is fine for your own bedroom, but that's not what I really want my living room to look like. So I took my stuffed animals out there, and I put it in here. I think that's everything. Yeah, so you're gonna see him in the background now. He's hanging out. Um, yeah, I've got to wash my bed sheets. So I think maybe I'll do that at mom's house. Next week, maybe tomorrow. As soon as tomorrow. She was like, I want you to do laundry at my house, and I was like, Mom, you don't have a TV. I don't have anything to do while I'm here. Now, of course, my mom is there, presumably. The thing about my dad's house is whether he's there or not, I can still get in and do laundry. Um, because step grandma is there, so she's always there watching the door. So I can always get in there. I don't have to. I don't have to ask. I just have to let dad, like the group chat, know that I'm coming over, to keep the washer clear. But like if I want to coordinate that with my mom, I have to text her, get a response back, get a time. It's a bit more of a hassle, right? With my dad, I let him know I show up. With my mom, it's like, hey, are you free? Are you gonna be there? Blah blah blah, yada yada. But yeah, I'll do that next week. I'll do my laundry. I'll do an extra load of laundry at mom's, and that'll probably be good and fine. I think that's everything. Oh, I have to do the journal too, don't I? Wow. Yeah. Can you guys see how totally spaced I am? I hope it wears off soon. But I guess I'll just keep living until then. Crying about it won't help. All right. Monday. After work today, I tried my homemade overnight oats. They weren't bad. I also played Helldivers, smoked a new cigarette with ink, did my dailies, and recorded another episode of Raven's Watch. Hiccup. And it was pretty fun. And then the quote is, ugh, gotta wait till May. That's because I have to wait until May to get the decision back on UMKC, on whether I got in or not. Tuesday, after work today, I went on a hike with Bones. It was a lot of fun, and we found a couple huts in the woods. After that, I played a mission of Helldivers and recorded an episode of Absalom, which was also very fun. After that, I did my dailies and tried my absinthe for the first time, and holy moly, they were right, that stuff is strong. And then the quote is, it's all scraggly because I'm drunk. So Tuesday I did try my absinthe for the first time that my coworker got for me for my 21st, and it is incredibly strong. It is very, very strong. I took like a couple sips and was like, boom, and I was like, holy moly. Yeah, so that was fun. Um, that was Tuesday. Did I talk about on Tuesday? Did I talk about when I went on a hike with Bones? Because I don't recall saying her nickname, which means I hopefully didn't say her real name. I might have to go back and double check. But yeah, I went on a hike with Bones. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun catching up. Yeah, because I remember saying it's a lot of fun catching up. I think we're also gonna have a movie night next week, which is pretty cool. Wednesday, I left work early today for a dentist appointment, and on the way home, I stopped by Mom's house for dinner and Valentine's presents. After that, I played Helldivers and did my dailies. No quote at the end of that one. Thursday, wait, is it a quote? No. Thursday, I was so tired today because I think I had some kind of nightmare. Anyway, work and lessons. After work and lessons, I played Satisfactory with computer science, and I was low-key too tired to do anything else after that. The quote is, he watches reels while driving. That quote refers to computer science's girlfriend's dad watches Instagram reels while driving. Yep. Friday isn't real. Saturday isn't real. Sunday, I mean. I already told you about. Yeah, so that's sort of unusual. What are we at? 22? Oh my god, I feel like I've been here an eternity. I only have 3 minutes left. What the heck? Okay. Also, I'm thinking about doing another give up week because I don't want to say I deserve it. Actually, I feel like I need it. That was I did the first give up week because I needed it because I was losing my mind. And it kind of feels like I'm losing my mind again. Let me check. I want to check the channel to see when the most recent give up week was. Give up week was 2 months ago, so that's approximately 8 weeks ago. Um, I don't know. I feel like give up week is like it's definitely good for me. There's very few bad things right that happen during give up week. It's just that I feel a little bit bad for doing it because I pause the goals and I just hang out. But it's like I don't know. I learned a lot, which or it's not that I learned a lot. It's that I proved that if I just like relax and play some games for a bit, then I feel better and I feel like I can do other things that aren't that. And I don't know why. I do not know why I force myself to be productive every day. Well, I know why. It's because I feel bad if I don't be productive. But it's like it's really hard. I think it's really hard to get that balance between productive and relaxing. And I've found that like I'm getting into a bit of a flow with the weeks and the days, to where it's like, oh, I have a bit more free time in my day than I think I do. As long as I kind of stay on task, even if the task is gaming, right? If I stay on task, I game, and then I do some things, then everything seems to work out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take some melatonin, hopefully sleep good. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm supposed to go to sleep in 1 minute, and I don't know what to do. I guess I'll have to put my laundry. I'll leave it in the basket. I don't like leaving it in the basket because then it gets all wrinkly. But at the same time, I'm supposed to go to bed in 1 minute, which kind of sucks. But I'll take some melatonin, brush my teeth, journal entry, and I think we'll be good. Yeah, like I said, my brain is just not braining. It's because of the drugs, guys. Don't do drugs, kids. There's this one phrase that I have. I'm sure it's probably been said before. But it's like, how are you supposed to know your limits if you don't find them? I think I found them this week. Don't smoke more than 2 cigarettes for me. And also, don't take more than like probably like 1 gram of weed. Um, Like I remember way back when me and Surfer Girl would do schedule time regularly. Sometimes she would be like, "Hey, do you want a little bit of an edible?" And she would have like, she would literally have like one little gummy edible, right? And she would like scrape a little tiny bit off and then eat that. And then I would also do that because of course I'm not just gonna let her be high alone. Um, and like that's pretty much how it is. It feels a little bit like addict behavior, where it's I'm just like getting real precise with my knife and my drugs, but really it's safe, is what it is. Cutting it into an eighth, because that's plenty. That's fine. Anyway, yeah, I kind of was it. Also, I didn't want to do Give Up Week Part 2 until I finish one of the goals that have been on there forever. Specifically, I think guitar catch up is the one that matters the most to me. Um, Believe it or not. So, yeah, I think we're good now. I think we're good now. I think, I don't know if next week will be Give Up Week Part 2. I think I'll call this week Trugs Week because I think it would be funny. Um, oh, yeah, I was thinking about doing a thing where I sign off. And I was thinking about, hold on, I was thinking about something funny to say at the end of this. I can't remember now. Yeah, I really can't remember. Um, don't do drugs, kids. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye.